Hi everybody, we got some pretty day today. I got off work early and I got some work to do. I could easily do it with the four-wheeler or a tractor, but I think I'm gonna use Oliver just so I can say I've done a real chore with him for once. First time getting to do some work on the farm with a draft horse. Okay, so we got him all harnessed up and I'm gonna try to hook him up to this without tying him. I normally tie him. Back up, bud. Back up. Back up. Oh, what a good boy. Back up. Back up. Good boy. Back up. Back up. Ooh. Stand. Stand, bud. Ho. Ho. Stand. Ho. What a good boy you're being. Okay, walk. Ooh, ho, 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 ho. Stand there, bud. Stand. Good boy. I'm gonna tie him up right here because he needs to learn to be tied a little while in this harness. Stand. I'm gonna get the wagon that I'm putting on the back of this to do the work with. So what I'm gonna do is just do a little firewood cutting for my parents and haul it home with this wagon. I want him to experience waiting on a job like that and learn some patience. And we won't do very big loads. I mean, this thing loaded down with wood won't be but a couple 100 pounds.
JR ended up recording this video all by himself. He just wore the GoPro on his head, but that's very difficult to do while you're working and training a young horse, trying to make sure the camera's pointed at the right angle and stuff. It's just next to impossible. So if the camera gets off a little bit, we apologize, but that's just how it is. And we wanted to make sure to share this anyways because this is Oliver's first time pulling the wagon with the firewood in it.
Back. Back. Good boy. Back. Good boy. Back. 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 Good boy. Okay, away. 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 Good boy. This is where I want him to wait for me to do my work. Let's see how that works. Okay, I think he needs a break from standing, and I need a break from splitting. Come by. Come by. Come by. Walk. Away. Ho, 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 ho. Back up. Back up. Good boy. Stand there. Stand, bud. Oh. Good boy. Stand. Back up. Back up. Ho. Stand. Good boy. Stand. Ho. Stand there, bud. This is exactly why I wanted to put him in a job scenario. Stand still. Because it forces these learning experiences, which is exactly what he's needing. Good boy. Stand there, bud. Good boy.
After JR got the wagon loaded, they headed down to Grandma and Grandpa's to unload it.
Hop on and help me unload this up at your house. Oh, bud. Oh. Walk, bud. Walk. He's worried about going to that.
This is JR's
Walk,
parents'
bud.
house, and there's a breezeway
You're
right
okay.
there that Oliver's looking at. He had never gone under it, so this is the first
Walk.
time for him, but he handled it really
Get
well.
up. Get up. I brought you some wood. My Clydesdale. Don't have him trained to stand while I load it very good, and it was very hard to load one-handed, as I can't trust him to stay yet. Walk.
Oliver got one more load of firewood after this. Jared didn't want to overdo it with him, especially this being his first time, and Oliver was in a bit of a funny mood this day. He just didn't want to stand still, which isn't normal for him. JR had to spend a lot of time just concentrating on getting him to stand still, but other than that, he was a really good boy like he always is. Oliver has gotten quite a few more loads of wood since this first attempt, and of course he's just getting better and progressing and learning each time they do it. He's definitely standing still better, and we recently did a live with him getting a load of wood, and of course he did really good. You can find that video to watch in the live section of our channel. A few days later, JR and his dad ended up getting the root of this tree out of the ground, and it was just massive. It was way bigger than we expected it to be, so we thought we would show you that clip really quick, showing it off. That is huge.
Yeah.
I don't think you can tell on the camera how big it is.
Well.
There you go. Wow. Now, yeah, okay, that looks better.
Yeah, but like. I got a 6-foot wingspan, so.
Wow.
12 foot that way. Probably 8 feet to the bottom to the top.
What kind of tree is it?
Locust.
Honey locust? Or not honey locust, just a regular locust?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell everybody what you're doing?
So we dug this tree and root out because I'm going to use this little bump of a knoll to level the ground where the tree is laying, and I'm going to make an arena here. Nice, medium small arena for riding in. It'll be grass so that I can use it as a turnout lot as well. Then I'll build obstacles in the center of it, like a teeter-totter, a bridge, and tires. Maybe a fake gate to open, and then a riding track around the interior of it, but on the rail. It'll be oval, maybe 120, 150 feet long by 60 feet wide.
So we're gonna tear out this fence along the road, and then we'll put the fence back behind the arena back there.
And
So it'll be nice. We really need it.
I couldn't get this out by myself, so Dad brought his Bobcat up with the backhoe attachment, and I was pushing on it as he dug underneath it the rest of the way, and we were able to get it out.
We've needed this arena for a long time, so this is going to be awesome to get it done. We're always using JR's mom's arena, so I know she's going to be extra happy that we're going to get our own. We're also going to try to do a round pen next to the arena with a gate connecting them. So there'll be like an alleyway going through them with the gate going out to the pasture. So it's going to be nice, and we're excited to get it done. We're going to be doing all the work ourselves, so we're not really sure when it will be done, but we'll show you guys the progress as we make it.
Hi everybody, it is time to sell the weanling baby lambs and goats for the year. I've heard that the prices go up in the winter. I don't know if that's right or not. Unfortunately, the flock is all the way at the ridge field, so we're gonna have about a mile to get them back to the house through the trails. It ain't that far as the crow flies.
We really only have one path going up to our ridge field, and you have to go down our county road and then up a huge, massive hill. It's more like a mountain to get up there, but it is so beautiful once you get to the top of that hill, and it just kind of opens up onto that field. One of the most beautiful spots on the homestead.
Okay, so we found them all. And Bear's up here watching him like a good boy. So now all we got to do is feed a few of them and see if we can get them to come with us. Come on, sheep. Good sheepies. Okay, let's see if I can get out of here now while they've got a hold of this. Come on, sheep. Come on, sheep. Come on. Sheep. Come on, sheep.
So we ended up selling all of the ram lambs except 2 that we are keeping down at the barn to help train Sissy. And then we kept back all of our ewe lambs, which we only had 4. And then we also sold one of our rams, and we found homes for the goats. The goats were just causing a lot of trouble, so it just wasn't worth it. And since they've been gone, everything's calmed down, the flock's calmed down, and it's really nice. So that's your little flock update for you.
So I've been working on projects to try to fix my pastures that I've kind of ruined by overburning and overgrazing, especially when they were too young. A little backstory, I bought this farm. It had been abandoned for a little over 30 years. I played on this farm as a child like it was my own because it was abandoned and it adjoins my parents. When I bought it, I cleared 50 acres of pasture and grazed it within 6 months of planting it. Then I started burning it every spring, and it's ruined. I've been watching a YouTube channel called Greg Judy Regenerative Farming and learning from him and other sources, and I want to be able to unroll round bales. I got about 500 round bales given to me that are old rotten round bales. I want to unroll them on my ridge field and help build soil and like make it into like compost, almost like earthworm food, and then I'll put some lime over top of that and reseed it. So I've had these old forms. These are like track channel. And I've packed them around when we've moved and had to move them every time we've done projects. And my wife has been like, why are you keeping that old junk? But I have probably 50 of these, and I think I could make myself a bale unroller. Now, Greg Judy makes a really good one for $2,500, which is actually pretty cheap for that nice a piece of equipment, but I don't have $25, much less $2,500. So I'm gonna get to work and see if I can't make my own using his as an image in my mind. So I'm a design engineer by trade at my, or I work as a design engineer anyway, at Fort Leonard Wood. So I've used AutoCAD and I've drawn up a set of plans that I'm gonna be following, and I'm gonna try to build it out of these. So let's go see what I can get done. Okay, here's what we got so far. The only 2 pieces I've had to buy is this trailer hitch, the 2-inch coupler, and a $30 winch from Harbor Freight. So it's about $34, $14. Got a 6-foot tongue. I didn't measure these, I just cut them at 45s and used pieces of scraps I had. Those are just to support my tongue. This is the main frame here. It's 6 foot inside diameter. Then I'm gonna put the axle and wheel here. I have some hubs that I salvaged off of a corn planter that we tore apart years ago that I've been keeping for just such an occasion. I'm gonna put those on here. This is the part here that goes over the bale. So the spikes will be here, mounted at the end, going into the center of the bale. And this here is the top brace, and I have them cut at an angle. This actually goes up like this. And then the only piece I have left to cut will be from my arm down to the spike, but I'm gonna weld these in place before I cut it so that I know that it fits correctly. Right now, I'm gonna find some plate steel, you know, like on my corners here. I'm gonna start putting little triangles to, I guess you would call that a gusset, to strengthen up all of my corners, because this is not the heaviest of metal that I'm building with, but it's all I had. And like I say, I'm trying to build this for free. For my spikes, I have an old rock bar, a round 1/16 rock bar that I'm gonna use, and then I'll just find some pipe that it fits inside to make the grommets. I still haven't decided how I'm gonna build my pins yet for this hinge, but maybe if that rock bar is long enough, I'll use a piece of that. Well, I'll figure it out when the time comes, I guess. And now it's time to get to welding.
JR got this project almost completed, but then got busy on some other stuff, so had to put it on hold. And we've been so busy, it's hard for him to find the extra time to put in and get it done. He's really been wanting to use Oliver to pull it and thinks that'll be really cool. So he and Isaac recently put a couple hours in trying to finish it. And this is Oliver's first time trying to pull it.
Okay, everybody, this has been about a year-long project, and we're finally gonna give it its first maiden voyage. This is my imitation knockoff Greg Judy bale unroller. And come back here and look at it. I couldn't afford one, so I just used scrap parts around the farm. All I bought was the winch, 8 bolts, and a little bit of chain to hold the outriggers, and we're gonna try it for the first time
With Oliver.
Unfortunately, we lost the crank handle.
So you have a makeshift handle right now?
Yeah.
So it's making it a little harder.
Yeah, and I use these axles off of a corn planter. So they're junk. I'm afraid they're gonna break, but it's worth a try. I really like that we're using him to do something, even though we'll probably use the four-wheeler more than this cart for it. Walk. Come by. Walk.
The wheels broke!
Okay, unhook me, bud.
Failed attempt.
Bummer.
Oh, that's so sad. I'm so sorry. Here, you want me to put the camera down?
Walk.
Yes.
Walk. Okay.
Both of them. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. So kind of a sad first attempt. It pretty much failed, but they know what to fix now, and they'll get it up and going here eventually. And you may be wondering why we would show that, but what we were showing is how well Oliver handled that situation. He could have really spooked and made the situation worse, but he didn't. He was very calm and handled it very well. He's just a really smart boy and so sweet and gentle. And if you haven't noticed, it's snowing. This is the first snow of the season here on our homestead. It's not sticking, but hopefully in the next couple weeks we'll get a snow that really covers the ground. And once we do, we'll try to get a lot of footage for you guys because there's nothing more beautiful than horses in the snow. If you've enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell. If you want to support our homestead and horses, you can always check out our Amazon wishlist or our feed store, which you can find links to in the description of this video. You can also check out our Patreon page. We put a lot of extra clips up that we don't end up using in our YouTube videos. We try to do early announcements and just little fun things like that. Thank you so much for watching, and Happy New Year to everyone. God bless you all.